Hello, everyone. It is indeed a pleasure to be with you this evening, and I'm going to take a few moments to invite some people in here, and I am going to share my screen here for a second. All those who are on time, I say welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. Welcome one, welcome all. Come on in. Come on in. We have some conversation tonight that is needed and that is necessary. That is needed and is necessary, y'all. And we are going to discuss it right here live in the Amanda Manigault Beauty Talk Show. I am here with you once again. It has been a while though. In fact, it's been over a year since I've been on the Amanda Manigault Show. So what I'm going to do, has it been a year? Maybe a year. Nevertheless, let me take a moment to share this live. Welcome all. If you are just now tuning in, I am Amanda Manigault, your host for this evening on the Amanda Manigault Show. Welcome one, welcome all. Again, I am Amanda Manigault. I am your host, and I will be with you in just a few minutes. I just want to take the time to share, and share. If I may do so. Okay, so I think I'm ready, y'all. I think I am ready. I am here tonight. Turn this music down here. Again, welcome. I am your host, Amanda Manigault, and I am here with you once again on the Amanda Manigault Show and the Amanda Manigault Beauty Talk Show. So I'm excited about being here. It's been a while, and I just wanted to stop in and spend a little time with you, not a lot of time, just a little time with you tonight. And I want to talk about some things that's going on in our industry. You know, I'm an advocate for the beauty industry. I've been in the industry now for almost 50 years. I repeat that, almost 50 years. This year in 2026 is actually 49 years that I have been in the beauty industry. I started at a very young age. For those of you who don't follow me, or this might be your very first time being on here, I just wanted to share that information with you. That yes, I have been in the beauty industry now for almost 50 years. So I feel good. I feel wonderful about being here and being able to share my opinion and my advice and give some consulting on some things that's going on in the beauty industry and my opinion about it. My opinion may be good to some, may not be good to others, because I'm a straightforward person, and I'm going to tell you how I feel about certain topics and certain things. And I may be in agreement with some things, and I may be in disagreement with some things, but I will give you my hardcore opinion on why I say some of the things that I say. Now, as someone building apprenticeship and workforce pathways in Pennsylvania, because I am approved in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is one of my states. This conversation hits home for me because the future of beauty education is changing right before our eyes. right before our eyes. And so I just want to speak with you guys a little bit tonight. And I want to start by, again, touching a little bit on beauty, the workforce, and the future of careers. Where is the future of careers? Where is the future of the beauty career? For those of you who may not be paying attention, the beauty career, the beauty industry is changing right before our eyes. A new era is approaching. A new era is here. And some of us are ready for it. Some of us are not. Some of us are happy about it. Many of us are not. But it is the new generation, the new era of cosmetology. So tonight's conversation, I'm going to touch on why a new federal rule could threaten Pennsylvania's beauty school pipeline. I'm going to talk about the impact on students, schools, and future beauty professionals. I'll be talking about why apprenticeships and alternative pathways matter now more than ever. How beauty connects to the entire workforce ecosystem, and how building careers, businesses, communities, and legacy is so important. Again, for those of you who are just now tuning in, I am your host, Amanda Manigault. I am here. I've been in the industry again for over 49 years. Get ready to hit 50, y'all. Get ready to hit 50 years. And it is an amazing opportunity to be able to be here with you today on the Amanda Manigault Beauty Talk Show. So I ran across an article that I want to share with you. Many of you might have read the article. Some of you might not have read the article, but I just want to touch on it a little bit. I'm not going to read the entire article because it is kind of long. But it talks about small businesses make up 99.6% of all Pennsylvania businesses, and salons, barbershops, and wellness studios are a textbook example. Independently owned, family run, rooted in their own towns. Pennsylvania congressional delegation has a real opportunity to protect jobs and strengthen the Commonwealth's small business economy. Members on both sides of the aisle represent districts where this workforce pipeline runs through the main street salons, barbershops, and wellness studios that employ constituents in those districts. Let me tell y'all something. Those of you who are in the beauty industry, the beauty industry is so valuable right now. Very, very valuable. So you must position yourself to be in the forefront of what's happening, especially those seasoned professionals, the ones who are walking away from the industry, closing down their doors because they're tired or they don't see any way out. Tonight, I'm here to show you a different way. When I was reading this article, it talked about the pathway. It said a letter from delegation to U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon, who ran the Small Business Administration before taking her current post, would carry real weight before the public comment on that closes on May 20th. So I want to touch on this a little bit. I think I went down a little bit, but according to the department's own analysis, more than 9 in 10 cosmetology and barbering programs nationwide are projected to fail. Pennsylvania, it says, this is what it says now, Pennsylvania has no path to licensure that bypasses these programs. That's a lie, but I'm going to talk to you about that in a second. It says practicing as a cosmetologist, esthetician, nail technician, or barber in the Commonwealth requires a license from the Pennsylvania State Board of Cosmetology. That is true. But it also says, and that license requires training hours that must be completed at a licensed school. That's a lie. Close the schools and the licensing pipeline closes with them. That's a lie. The benchmark was built for the wrong industry. Now, I agree with that. Beauty and wellness graduates rarely look like the workers they are measured against. I agree with that. For starters, over 90% of the graduates of our schools are women. That is true. They are balancing work and family and usually averaging only 25 hours per week. They are not usually the primary breadwinners for their families and adjust their schedules to fit family needs. They start on flexible schedules while building a clientele, and a significant share of their pay arrives as tips that federal data does not capture. Now, I agree with that as well. What's happening right now, you guys, is that the federal data they're collecting data on the beauty industry. And so what they're trying to say is schools today are charging $20,000, $25,000 in tuition or whatever they're charging. And yet it seems like when these graduates finish school, they're not making no more than a high school graduate. Someone graduate from high school and they don't went to these colleges or these beauty schools, and they've taken out these student loans that the government gave them, is what they're saying. We gave these students this money to go to school, and they're coming out and they're not making any more than a high school graduate, is what they're saying. So what they're saying is, why should we give them this money? And they can't, the data doesn't show that they're making the amount of money that they should be making as a journeyman. So what's happening is the data that they are collecting is not accurate, because what they're saying here is 5% growth in these trades over the next decade is faster than the average for all occupations. I'm going to repeat that. The Bureau of Labor Statistics projects that 5% growth in these trades, we're talking about cosmetologists, barbers, and other personal appearance workers, in these trades over the next decade are growing faster than the average for all occupations. The trades are growing. The yardstick is wrong. I agree with that. That is absolutely correct. So what's happening right now, y'all, is they're trying to say it's not worth paying for a beauty professional to go to school because the data doesn't match this money that we're giving these schools. Now, I'm going to tell you my take on that, because y'all know this is Amanda's point of view, and y'all know I got some good stuff to talk about. Hey, Paula, how are you? Hey, Uniqua, I see you guys. Thanks for joining me tonight. If you're just now tuning in, I am Amanda Manigault. I'm your host tonight on the Amanda Manigault Beauty Talk Show. And tonight I'm addressing some things. I'm addressing some issues that's going on in our community. Some things that's happening. We're talking about why a new federal rule could threaten Pennsylvania's beauty school pipeline. Now, it's not just Pennsylvania. They just used Pennsylvania as an example. And it's just so happened that Amanda Manigault was born and raised in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So I'm a Pennsylvania native. What does that mean? I achieved my first cosmetology license in the state of Pennsylvania. So I can speak on this topic. I have held a cosmetology license for over 35 years. I repeat that. I have held a Pennsylvania license for over, it might be over 40 years that I've held, almost 40 years that I've held a Pennsylvania license. I have been in the cosmetology industry for almost 50 years, you guys. Next year will be 50 years that I've been in the beauty industry. So I want to talk about that. I want to talk about the apprenticeship era and has begun, and it has taken over. It's here. Now, we're not talking about the apprenticeships that existed 20 years ago. We're talking about today's apprenticeship, the new era. So I'm going to get back to this article here for a little bit because I don't want to be on this long, but I do want to touch on this article. And I want to give you my take. Now, I attended a cosmetology traditional school back in the day. When I attended that school, I did not have one Black cosmetology instructor, not one. When I attended school, I taught my instructor how to braid hair. I taught my instructor how to use Marcel irons. I'm not the only one that's guilty of this. Hey, Debbie, good to see you, sis. I'm not the only one that's guilty of this. I have watched my brothers and sisters teach their instructors in school and walk out of school and owe financial aid, owe money that they have to pay back when they did not have not one Black cosmetology instructor teaching them how to do the hair that they will ultimately spend over 95% or 100% in most cases of their time on. So if you want to know my take about this law here that they're trying to put into place, for those of you who don't know, you do need to be prepared to this comment period closes on May 20th, which is why I wanted to hit on this topic tonight, because I wasn't due to start the Amanda Manigault show back until the first week in June, but I had to come out because May 20th is right around the corner. And I want to remind you guys that this is a very important law that's trying to be passed right before our eyes. But on the other side, it's two sides of this thing. I told you a little bit about what happened to me at a traditional campus. I talk to professionals all the time. It didn't just happen to me, it happened to a lot of people. So I can feel Trump a little bit on this. Why are cosmetologists, and I'm going to talk about the Black cosmetologists now, even though we know this affects all races. Right now, I'm talking about the Black industry, because what the word is on the streets is that these laws are coming into play because it's jeopardizing the Black industry. Why? Because the cosmetology industry is the blueprint to entrepreneurship in our communities. Cosmetologists, estheticians, nail technicians, barbers, it affects our industry. We are the breath of entrepreneurship in our communities. Every pipeline that exists, from construction workers to entertainment wheels, to everything that's going on in the industry, rolls through the doors of beauty salons, barber shops, aesthetic shops. All of that rolls through our industry. So tonight we're touching on that a little bit, and I want to talk about it to give you an understanding. So if you are just now tuning in, welcome to the Amanda Manigault Beauty Talk Show. And we are going to touch on these topics tonight. Now, what I shared with you is a little bit about what's being said right now with this new law. The consequences for Pennsylvania will arrive quickly, they say. They say salons, barbershops, day spas, and nail studios on main streets across the Commonwealth, they depend on a steady supply of newly licensed professionals. So what they're trying to say is, if the government does not allow these salons to receive this funding, that's going to affect the pipeline. The beauty salons will have a bunch of empty chairs in their salons. But let me just tell you this right now. Beauty salons already have a bunch of empty chairs in their salon. Yes, they do. Why? Because they're not tapping into the real resources that are out there. And the real resources, a lot of them don't want to give money to the beauty salons. Now, I'm going to tell you why. You just heard me say earlier about the data that's being generated in the industry, that the data is inaccurate. I said it's a lie because they're basing it off inaccurate information. They're not counting in the tips. that most beauty professionals get. They're not doing that because another law came into place recently that made tip income tax exempt. So what they did is they just contradicted the law that they put in place, which is why they're saying these laws are not for our industry. But now let me tell you this. Based on my experience, I told you there's two sides to this law, right? Here's my take on this. If you are a beauty salon, if you are a beauty school, and 95% of your students, I'm not going to say African American, 95% of your students are Black students, then 95% of your instruction should be geared towards the Black student. So what I'm trying to say is, to an extent, I can understand this new law because schools today are not catering to the Black students like they should. Black students are still leaving schools and they're not prepared for the salon. So salons are getting these students who are not salon ready. And then they have to train them and do all this extra stuff to get them ready, whether it's customer service, whether it's professional development, whatever it is, they have to turn around and retrain them. But the dollars are not there for them to do that. But the school just made $25,000 in tuition off of this student. And this student walked away with that, and they're not guaranteed to make an income that's not even more than a high school graduate. Now, here's my take on that. That if you're going to have 95% of these students, bring in more Black instructors, bring in more Black education. Why are you not teaching hair braiding? Why are you not teaching still, and this is 2026, there are still a lot of schools out there that are not teaching natural hair care. That means you need to hire more Black instructors, not just one, but you need to hire 95. If 95% of your students are Black students, 95% of your educators need to be Black. And so that's my take, so that when these students are going out and they're graduating from high school, they're able to make the money that they need to make. Now, the other side of that to me is the business owners. You hold a responsibility in this as well. Now, why is the data not showing the money that's being made in the beauty industry? Now, number one, we know that the beauty industry is an in-demand industry, even though some states like Georgia tries to say that cosmetology is not an in-demand occupation. That is a lie. Cosmetology is definitely an in-demand occupation, but the data that they're using, again, we're going to go back to this article, the data that they're using is inaccurate because they are not getting the correct data on the funds that is being made, the revenue that's being made in the cosmetology salons. Now, when I say cosmetology professionals, you hold the hat on that too. Let me tell you why. If this is 2026 and you are still don't have an exit or a way for your employees to come in and get paid by the hour, become W-2 employees, then that's a problem. 99%, I'm going to go to this again, of Black salons, some are still paying their employees with cash. Some are paying their employees they're still renting booths. They're still, you still have some that are paying by commission or paying by the hour. Again, that's another reason why the data is bad. If you're paying your employees with cash, you have no business talking about anything about this data. Why? Because you're still not running your business efficiently and effectively. Excuse me one second. So these laws are in place because they cannot get accurate data based on the way some people are running their businesses. Because if you're running your business and you're not reporting your income, or you're not paying by the hour, or you're still paying by cash, or people are renting booths and they're not, reporting their income, then what is that? That's a reflection on the data that's being presented, right? So tonight I want to tell you, because I showed you what's being said in this article, right? Schools are nervous right now. People are scared because they're thinking, what's going to happen to the beauty industry? I happen to see both sides because I told you I went to cosmetology school. I know what happened. So if schools are not going to create the education that fits everybody's needs so that when people walk out, they are job ready, they can go on the job, they can get paid, they can make the necessary money that they need to make. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Deborah says, what is the call of action for Black businesses? That is a great question, Deborah. And I'm going to touch on that in a minute. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to answer your question. So, but tonight, if you're just now tuning in, we're talking about the apprenticeship era and how it has begun. Beauty workforce and the future. We're talking about this new article that came out that hit many states, but specifically the state of Pennsylvania, where I've received my very first cosmetology license. Now, this show is no longer just about beauty. It's about workforce. It's about careers. It's about ownership, opportunity, and the future of economic empowerment. The bottom line is there is a way out. Deborah asked the question. She said, what is the call of action for Black businesses? The call of action for Black businesses is Black Girl Beauty School of Careers. I repeat, Black Girl Beauty School of Careers. Now, one of you may ask, what is Black Girl Beauty School of Careers? Black Girl Beauty Careers is the first online and hybrid cosmetology apprenticeship school in the United States. I repeat, Black Girl Beauty School of Careers is the first Black-owned cosmetology apprenticeship school in the United States. So what is an apprenticeship school? An apprenticeship school basically is saying that we are a workforce. We bring cosmetologists in. I'm sorry, something is in my eye. We bring cosmetologists in. We help them get employed. We provide their training online. And then we partner with salons, barbershops, studios, spas, and we place our apprentices in these facilities so they can get one-on-one training with a mentor. One-on-one training with a mentor. We are creating that pipeline that they just said in this article won't exist if the funding is not given to the traditional schools. Now, that, Deborah, to answer your question, that is an alternative. My call to action is go to bgbschoolofcareers.com. That's boy, girl, boy, schoolofcareers.com. Complete an application and you will be able to learn more about how you can enroll. Now, another key thing. I told you traditional schools are charging $20,000 to $25,000 in tuition. Cosmetologists are leaving these schools owing anywhere between $20,000 and $25,000 worth of debt. When you attend Black Girl Beauty School of Careers, you walk away debt free. I repeat, when you attend Black Girl Beauty School of Careers, you walk away debt free. So to answer these questions that they had in here, they said that there's no alternative in Pennsylvania. that the only way you can get a license in the state of Pennsylvania is through a cosmetology traditional school. What did I tell you? I said that's a lie. Black Girl Beauty School of Careers is approved as an apprenticeship school in the state of Pennsylvania at no cost to participants. There is nothing that you pay to go through this program. So you can call 470-903-2321. Also, if you have any questions, you can call in right now. You can call in 470-878-8465. I will take a few questions if they come in. Again, I won't be on here long with you, but I will take a few calls. Now, to get back to what I was saying to you, this cosmetology industry is a in-demand occupation. You have states like Georgia that's not even trying to label cosmetology as an in-demand occupation. How many of you can witness that when COVID was going on, that no matter what's going on in the industry, but specifically I could use COVID as an example, that when COVID was going on, how many of you still went and got your hair done? How many of you still went and got your nails done? How many of you went because you needed it? It made you feel good. It made you look good. And when you look good, guess what? You feel good. When you look good, you want to go to work. When you look good, you want to go to church. Cosmetology industry is an in-demand occupation. It's never going to leave because grandmoms need us. Grandpops need us. Little boys need us. Little girls need us. Senior citizens need it. The senior citizens' homes, the detention centers, the prisons need us. Everybody needs somebody in the cosmetology industry. So I stopped by tonight just to remind you of the value of who you are in the cosmetology industry. Please, I'm begging you, if you are a seasoned professional and you are even thinking about leaving the industry, do not leave before you pick up your phone and dial 470, thank you, Paula, 903-2321. Or you visit bgbschoolofcareers.com. You join the force. Get in the pipeline so that we can send these candidates to your salon to become licensed through your salon. There is a pipeline available. This article said there's no pipeline available. There's no way out. I must argue that there is a way out. Now, I must say this too, because I am not against traditional schools. I don't know why my eyes is. I'm not against traditional schools. I want to say that. I want to partner with traditional schools. What I'm saying to traditional schools right now is I'm challenging you also. If you want this government money, bring in Black instructors, not one just to show face, but if 95% of your students are Black, at least have 70% of your staff needs to be Black. Because we can't relate if we're not getting what we deserve. We cannot relate. So what's happening is I'm sharing this information to all those who are out there in this industry, and they feel like there's no way out if this funding is not available to traditional schools. I stopped by to let you know that Black Girl Beauty School of Careers is an approved apprenticeship school, approved in the state of Pennsylvania, the state of Tennessee, the state of South Carolina, and the state of Georgia. If we are not in your state, send me an email and let me know we need you here, because I am seeking to go into other states very, very soon. But tonight I wanted to let you know, because a lot of people are paranoid. A lot of schools are paranoid. As I was saying before a few minutes ago, that schools, I have an alternative for you. I have a way for you to put my full infrastructure in your school, my full natural hair and braiding infrastructure in your program. I am a licensed instructor in the state of Pennsylvania. So if the state of Pennsylvania has schools and you cannot cater to the Black industry, call the Amanda Manigault Company. That's AmandaManigault.com. The Amanda Manigault Company. If you go to AmandaManigault.com right now, you will see that we offer the full infrastructure to cosmetology schools, aesthetic schools, nail schools. Whatever program that you're offering, we can bring our natural hair and braid programs in your school through our licensing. So if you want to be able to meet those government requirements, I stopped by to remind you tonight, to let you know that there is a way out for you. So I'm not just here tonight to talk to those who are trying to enroll in school. I'm here tonight to talk to schools, because I am not against schools. I'm just another pathway. And I want to remind you that there is another pathway. If you are a beauty salon and you do have empty chairs in your salon, please know that there is a pathway for you to fill those seats. All you have to do is visit BGB School of Careers, fill out a form where it says employers, complete that form, and a representative will contact you and give you the details on how you can become a training agent site, how you can help train the next generation and fill those empty seats in your salon. So we do have a pipeline. There is another pathway other than the traditional school. There is another way for our salons to stay alive. And Black Girl Beauty School of Career is the first Black-owned online and hybrid cosmetology apprenticeship school in the United States. I want y'all to write that down, because you will soon be seeing some more information about that. You will soon be hearing it everywhere you go, that Black Girl Beauty School of Careers is the first, I'm repeating it, is the first Black-owned online and hybrid cosmetology apprenticeship school in the United States. Now, how awesome is that? And you are right here with her. Deborah says, okay, so Paula says, is the program / infrastructure only focused on businesses and students of color? Great question, Paula. I'm glad you asked that. Paula, our specialty is Black hair care, but our services are available to all social economic standing. We cater to anybody, regardless to your race, creed, or any of that, because our program is open to all. But we specialize in Black hair care, and we specialize in neighborhoods and communities that are underserved and underrepresented, because that is my focus with this school. But I don't care what color you are. I don't care what size you are. I don't care what color your hair is or what color your eyes are. Our services are available, but you must meet our requirements in order to fit our programs, because we are not a cash program. We do not accept cash. You can't pay for this on your own. Our program is a workforce program, meaning you must qualify for our school in order for you to be a no-cost participant, because there's no cost to our participants. So if you're getting that price, surely you must meet the requirements of that. Now, I told you earlier, I said our industry will never leave. It will never die. It will never die. Paula, you're a perfect example. I happen to know you. You don't miss your beauty appointments. You're going to go get your hair done regardless to what's going on in the industry. Deborah says, I'm hosting a job fair in West Palm Beach in August. Let's talk. Deborah, I am here. You know how to reach me. I will be happy to talk to you more about that in West Palm Beach. Florida is a state that we are currently working on for the apprenticeship school. So yes, I would love to talk to you about that. Now, if you're just now tuning in, I am Black Girl Beauty Coach Amanda Manigault. I am your workforce, your apprenticeship, and leadership connect. If you are in the cosmetology industry, I'm calling on you. I am calling on you to join the force. There is another pathway. So any article that you read, anybody that's telling you, hey, come sign this form, because if you don't sign this form, the schools are going to close down. It's hurting the Black beauty salons. I'm not going to agree with that. We have another pathway, because it's time out for us to be putting $20,000 and $25,000 into beauty salons that's not teaching our young people about the trade, that's not hiring Black instructors, and not teaching our participants, the younger generation, about Black hair care. The younger generation is going in teaching the instructors Black hair care, because they only have one Black instructor in the whole school, and they got 90 something, or however, 100, some schools 200 Black students. But yet they don't have the instructors to teach them. But now they're complaining because the money is leaving. And so what they're saying now is the money is leaving. It's going to hurt the Black beauty salons. You're going to have all these empty seats because there's no pipeline. There's no other pathway. That's a lie. There is an alternative. The other pathway is Cosmetology Apprenticeship School. That is Black Girl Beauty School of Careers, is an apprenticeship school that is an additional pathway and an alternative to traditional school. It's a hybrid program where you attend your theory online and you go straight on the job. Here is the magnificent part. And you earn while you learn. So you're getting paid to learn a trade right from the door. Now, I talked to you about why the data is bad in this article, right? One of the reasons why the data is bad, as I told you, is because of the fact that they are offering, most of the salons right now are still paying like they was paying 20 years ago. You have no business paying your employees cash, not in 2026. Every salon that exists today should at least be offering. I'm not saying that everybody in your salon should be on an hourly salary or be a W-2 employee. But what I'm saying is you should be offering that, at least to this younger generation that's coming in, because that's where the data comes from. If you're not paying by the hour or at least commission, how can they have accurate data? They are basing this bad data based off of the information that they're getting that does not include tips or anything, because now they just made tips tax exempt, right? So if it's not including any of those wages, how are they getting accurate data? And if they're not getting accurate data and they're basing this information off of us being unemployed, which is not true, we are employed. All around the nation, we are employed. Because why? I just told you earlier, the cosmetology industry is the fastest growing industry right now out of any trade. So why are they saying the data is not there? The data is not there because we are not structured properly. Black Girl Beauty School of Careers, the apprenticeship program, is a structured apprenticeship program. What is a structured apprenticeship program? That means all of our apprentices are placed into one of our partner salons. Again, I'm talking about the pipeline. They're placed in one of our partner salon, who is required to pay the apprentices by the hour with wage increases along the way. I repeat, with wage increases along the way. So by the time they complete this program, they're automatically at $20 something an hour. And I'm talking about a young person fresh out of school that might have went and attended the apprenticeship program. In the state of Pennsylvania, that's a 1-year program. In the state of Tennessee, that's a 1-year program. In the state of Georgia, that program is a year and a half. So by the time you finish, if I'm fresh out of high school, 16 years old, in a year, I'm going to be starting at $20 an hour. And that is facts and that is proof because they have a W-2. They're on a W-2 salary. So we have built a structured program specifically designed for underdeserved communities. And so if you don't know, I will repeat that it is no cost to attend our programs. Deborah said there is a school in Middletown and all of the students are Caucasian. The students were not confident in doing my hair and my friend's hair. Their instructors were on point in assisting the student. Also in West Palm Beach, I find that the barbershop too need this information. Thank you for sharing this valuable information. Thank you, Deborah. Now you said there is a school in Middletown and all the students are Caucasian. The students were not confident in doing my hair. Now that's another problem. And I had someone come to me just yesterday and share the story with me. They went to a Caucasian salon. This wasn't a school though. This was a salon. And they paid $92 for a haircut, style, and blow dry. $92. And she said three people was on her hair, blow drying her hair. So even Caucasians are not prepared today to do African American hair. And there's no reason why. I think if you go to school, whether you're black, white, pink, or blue, you should walk away knowing how to do all textures of hair. So if I'm a Caucasian and I'm going to beauty school, I feel the same way these black students feel. The only difference is when I went to school, there wasn't even black pictures on the wall. There was no black instructors. Now, I will say that has changed a lot in most schools that I see today. That they have gotten a little diverse, but they still are not where they need to be. I think this law will force traditional schools to clean up their act and make sure that they are teaching the proper instruction for all races, regardless of what color you are. So for me, that's why I say I see both sides of this law. I see the good and the bad. There are a lot of stories in here and stuff that is untrue in this article. Again, Black Girl Beauty School of Careers is an apprenticeship school, which is an alternative to traditional school. When you attend traditional school, you leave with financial aid debt. When you attend Black Girl Beauty School, apprenticeship school, cosmetology apprenticeship school, you leave debt free. It is no cost to participants. It is mainly focused on underserved and disadvantaged communities. A lot of times people don't like to use those words, but these are facts that certain communities are underserved and they have disadvantages when it comes to certain things. They have these students going to these schools, applying for this financial aid, and they're leaving out of the school and they're not job ready. And those are facts. So I can understand this side of this law. Now, I can also understand the other side of this law. There are two sides to this law. But what I'm trying to tell you is there is an alternative. So don't let nobody tell you, oh, I'm going to sign this petition because if I don't sign this petition, they're killing the Black beauty salon. That's not true. Force these schools, whether they're Black owned or white owned. If you are a Black owned school, you should have some Caucasian instructors in there. You should be able to cater to all races. If you are a Caucasian owned school, you should be having Black instructors in there, making sure that you are catering to all races. She said, how does a person who have a criminal record or on parole go through school or become licensed? So now here we go. This is another industry where we do have second chance programs. Black Girl Beauty School of Careers right now we have a second chance program that we are implementing right as you speak for those coming out of prisons and for those who are still in prisons. So you have them, Deborah, go to Black Girl Beauty School of Career. Go to BGB School of Careers. If you know anybody that's coming out of the prison system, if you know anybody that's currently in the prison system, have them go to our website, fill out a form, and a representative will contact them, because we have a special program designed for people who have been incarcerated, or for those who have recently or may still be there. Bottom line, so we have a program that we are offering to them to help them, because there's no reason why if you were incarcerated and you did your time for the crime, you should have a second chance back into society. And our programs are designed, we have a specific second chance program designed for those who were incarcerated or still incarcerated. So what we're doing now, as I said to you earlier, we're not against the traditional school. We are looking to partner with traditional schools. If you are a traditional school and you don't have a black hair program, a black hair care program, if you are a traditional school, if you're not teaching your students how to braid hair, we have programs in place where we even teach the teacher. We will teach your instructors. So we also have programs in place where we will consult with your school and bring our programs in your school so that you can now fill that need, fill that void, so that you don't fit into the category of not receiving the aid. Because what President Trump is telling you is that either you got to clean up your act. I saw some school in Pennsylvania where they did just bring in black hair care, but many schools need to do it. He's saying you need to clean up your act, train these students so that they're qualified to graduate from these schools and make a good salary. Deborah says, how does a person, okay, you just answered that question. So yes, Deborah, please share this information. And we want to get to more people and let them know everything that's going on in the beauty industry. If you have any questions, feel free to visit AmandaManigault.com. That's AmandaManigault.com. That is my consulting company. That is where I help schools. I help small organizations. Let me share this with you. If you are a salon and you may be struggling and you're trying to find other ways to bring in revenue in your salon, we also have youth programs. We can come in and help you put a youth beauty program in your salon and have summer initiative programs, have different things in your salon. We can help you get that set up. We can also help you bring in apprenticeships in your salon. And there are ways, there are tools, there are systems in place through our infrastructure where we can help you grow, build, and scale your business. You do not have to close your doors. You do not have to have empty seats in your salons. That's what Black Girl Beauty School of Careers is here for. And that's what I stopped by to share with you tonight. So when you start thinking about these articles, you think about fewer schools, fewer opportunities, fewer trained professionals, workforce shortages, and increased barriers for students. You're also talking about student debt. Student debt is real. See, those things that are happening right now, if students lose affordable pathways, where does the next generation come from? Your answer, Black Girl Beauty School of Careers. We are the first Black-owned, online and hybrid cosmetology apprenticeship school in the United States. That is your answer. That is your way out. That is your pathway. So we are here to partner with salons, build up the pipeline, create that alternative pathway. Let me tell you something. I told you I've been in the beauty industry for over 50 years. I have experienced bad fruit. I had salons where I had bad fruit. I brought in people in my salon where I thought they would fit my atmosphere and my team, and they came in and they was bad fruit. Having an apprentice in your salon destroys that, because you're able to bring in an apprentice through our system, our structured system, and you're able to groom and train them to your system and your culture. There's nothing more beautiful than that. And you build your salon the way you want it to be. When one graduates, you bring in another, you replace that seat, and you keep the pipeline going. You join the movement that's going on right now. It's not that cosmetology is dying. There's a new wave right now. The industry is changing. And I want you to know that we are and will always be an in-demand occupation. Cosmetology is going nowhere. Some people out there are making millions of dollars, but is it you? If it's not you, why is it not you? If you own a cosmetology salon and you have not touched the surface of that, then please reach out to BGB School of Careers, to AmandaManigault.com, and let me show you all about my new infrastructure that is built, and turn you on to my learning management system that was built, turn you on to my infrastructure that was built, help you build out your salon, help you bring in natural hair and braid programs in your school. If you are an organization and you want to bring in a youth program, a cosmetology youth program, I can help you do that as well. I am the queen of cosmetology. I am the future. I am your way out. I am AmandaManigault.com. That's AmandaManigault.com. Go on and visit my consulting company. Find out how you can join in, how you can become a part and grow your business. Do not close your doors. Do not close your doors. I'm just want to check and see. Okay, one thing I wanted to share with you about the beauty industry. Beauty connects to everybody. Beauty connects to all trades. If you are a beauty salon, who do you need to build out your salon? You need contractors, right? You need plumbers. You need electricians. Some of you even need roofers. Some of you need carpenters. So you need every trade comes through your door. The conversations come through your door. You are very valuable. Don't you ever forget that. You just got to figure out, what can I do to go to the next level? What can I do different in this new wave that's coming up? The industry is changing, yes. But you got to tap into AmandaManigault.com, the Amanda Manigault method, and find out how I can build and grow my business in this new way of running my cosmetology business. Because your vision is your vision. Nobody knows your vision. Nobody can change your vision. Only you know your vision. But sometimes you may need a little help. You may need somebody to guide you through the process. That's what I'm here for. And it was a plum-pleasing pleasure to be able to stop by with you and visit you tonight. We will be here every Monday at 8:00 p.m. to touch bases on you. We will be bringing in guest speakers. We will talk about the beauty industry, the workforce, the leadership, the legacy. Beauty is still the most dominant industry in our communities. Beauty is where we leave our legacy. Sometimes in some communities, in some families, beauty is all we have. The beauty of Black Girl Beauty School of Careers, or I'm going to say the prize of Black Girl Beauty, the Black Girl Beauty brand, is we have youth programs that start from ages 10 through 17. We have those programs that we have, and we are now enrolling for those programs. We are now enrolling for our summer initiative program. visit manigaultministries.org or blackgirlbeauty.org. Click on Youth Trades and go to Summer Initiative. Complete the form so that we can get your form and a representative will contact you about our Summer Initiative program. I'm going to tell you this too, because I've been seeing quite a bit of Summer Initiative programs going on. Some of them are $350, some of them are $500. Because we are a workforce, again, our programs are no cost for participants. If you complete the form, we will send you more information on how you can get your little ones registered for a Summer Initiative program. Now, I am closing. And in my closing, I wanted to say that we will be having future guests coming in on our shows. We will have future conversations about beauty, about partnerships, about apprenticeships, about employers, about workforce leaders, about beauty professionals. We will be bringing them all in. Everybody goes through our pipeline. So what does that mean? That means that just about everybody's going to be on this platform to share their business and how they fit and integrate with the beauty industry. And so I stopped by to share that with you tonight. And I hope I was able to help some people and clear up some things. Most importantly, to tell you there is an alternative to traditional schools. There is an alternative. The alternative is apprenticeship, Black Girl Beauty School of Careers. Apprenticeship. It is an apprenticeship cosmetology school. We are the first Black-owned, online, and hybrid cosmetology apprenticeship school in the United States. It was indeed a plum-pleasing pleasure to speak with you tonight, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday night. Also, tune in to Chitter Chatter on Thursday nights with my daughter, Uniqua Manigault. She is amazing. She is a poet. She is an author. She is a model. And she will be talking more about our youth programs. She will be talking more about how you can engage with her and bring her in as a host for your events. Black Girl Beauty is a movement in itself. We have our foundation, which is blackgirlbeauty.org. That involves our women empowerment, our youth programs, and we tap with our summit that will be coming up next year and our retreat that's coming up. And so if you want to learn more about our outreach ministry, please tune in or visit our website at blackgirlbeauty.org. And also we have the church at 2101 Clayton Avenue. I want to mention that before I tune out, where my father is the founder or was the founder of that church. And we're doing some great things. If you are in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and you are looking for a place to worship and you need a building to worship, we have some space available. If you're looking to rent some space, or you know somebody that may be looking to rent some space, please go to manigaultministries.org and learn more. Or if you know someone that may be having a small wedding, small funeral events, please go to manigaultministries.org and see what we have available. Just put in a request and a representative will contact you. It has indeed been a pleasure being here tonight. Thank you, and thank you. And I will see you next Monday right here at 8 o'clock on the Amanda Manigault Show.